All right, we're live. Speed of sound is here. I don't know why he's muted. I don't know why he's screen sharing my What
Yeah.
the fuck even is this?
Wow. Oh, wow. That is weird.
Speed.
Can I thank you, Midnight, for letting me on your stream? And
Yeah.
you,
Okay. You thanked me enough. Stop.
so thank you.
The irony is why I'm doing it. Isn't that cool?
Well, it's okay. Speed. It's fucking
It's infinite.
yes. Well, stop doing that. How you doing?
Look how many wild hearts we have.
We have two. We already have one too many.
I know.
Are you
We
using
got lots of
OBS?
them. Yeah. We got way too many wild hearts.
No,
I don't know
no.
what to do about that.
Well, I mean, can you stop? Thank you.
That's not.
I love pizza. I think I love you. So on my top, I love. I think
Hey, wild heart. Can I ask a question? Oh, wild heart is muted. Wild heart, I have a question for you.
Yeah.
What the fuck's wrong with you?
I love pizza.
What the hell is going on with you?
The many things wrong with me.
Oh, finally, finally, Speed of Sound gets to talk to Wildheart. Yes, let's do this. My stream.
Yeah.
I don't know. The many things wrong with me. I love pizza.
Are you sure?
Yeah.
So you're okay.
If there's one thing I know for sure, it's that I love pizza. I mean,
No, you are fond of me, and thank you.
I'm pretty sure he has a crush on you.
Well, I am married, so that's just not feasible.
I know. I'm just saying. I could be wrong, but it seems like Wildheart has a little crush on you, right?
No, but I love you.
I think Crypto's good at him, and he's directing it elsewhere.
No, I love you, Midnight as well. Could you support me?
Okay, I'm very confused by wild heart.
I'll shut up. Yeah, carry on with tell them confidential without me.
Okay, so 4. Spooky bed hair. Wildheart is not okay. Exactly.
No, I'm not okay.
You should know that functioning alcoholic will always lie and say they're okay. So,
yeah, I know I'm not okay. I know I'm not.
Okay. Pixie, what's up?
Oh, not much. Just working. Fixing to take Super Munchkin to get her hair cut, then work some more, then make a long drive.
I think I'm going to go and get some metallic hair dye.
What color?
I'm going to get blue and green and like a really bright pink or orange or something, probably pink. And I'm kind of temporary hair dye. I'm going to try it out because now that I have a gray beard, it occurs to me that I may be able to do something with that. So I don't know.
Nice. I'm thinking of doing holographic hair myself now that the gray is taking over.
I'm sorry, but I need to laugh at this.
Well, it's simple.
Because Wildheart said he loved Pixie, and I mean, never mind. It's just.
I do love pizza. It's not something.
No, you are fond of me.
Yeah. No, I think I love you. Oh,
No. Wild, stop. Stop. Absolutely not. You are fond of me.
What are you calling him? Disney?
No, I said he does not love me. He is fond of me.
Oh, okay. Okay.
I'm almost afraid that this is.
Oh no.
That's Saint Tommy.
It is I, my lord.
Oh, okay.
My apologies in advance.
St. Tommy in Christ Jesus.
I can't help it. I believe. I apologize in advance. Thank you.
No, it's not even that. I thought it was Smokey coming into an alt.
Oh, okay.
I mean, I don't mind him having him on at least for today, but
Can I also say that I love St. Tommy and I love Midnight? I don't know you well enough.
honey, you are way up. Sorry, I am way above your league. Okay, that joke failed.
I'm blushing.
So St. Tommy believes in what? What do you believe in?
In our Lord Jesus Christ, that he was crucified, buried, and raised from the dead on the third day for the forgiveness of sin.
Is that his whole name, our Lord Jesus Christ?
No. Good Shepherd, Prince of Peace. Yeah, Jesus.
Jesus.
Yeah, I believe in Jesus. Yeah.
I mean, apparently so do I, considering I'm called Christian Sparkle.
Well, that's what I heard about you today. I had a conversation today that was fairly unnerving.
Well, some say that you have to hold belief in order to continue in the favor and grace of God. Others say that God's grace, when he imputes his grace upon you, there's nothing you can do about it.
Who did you talk to, by the way?
Me?
Yes.
I don't want to say.
Immutable.
No, I talked to somebody about the community and somebody about my channel and hanging out with the wrong people and a whole bunch of other stuff. Fairly upsetting. Anyway, so
I mean, I should probably change this back anyway.
Are there really any wrong people? Oh my God.
well, there's certain people that you just can't hang out with if you want any peace of mind or you want to maintain any kind of reputation, or I don't know, some people you just have to condemn, I think.
You speak for yourself, of course, I take it.
Well, no, I'm confused by it, to tell you the truth. I'm not entirely sure what my position is.
Can anyone else speak for you, or can you speak for anyone else in the aforementioned? I mean, I'd hate to think that you would have to condemn anyone, but you can only speak for yourself on that.
Well, if you have a channel and you kind of have a choice about who you're going to allow on that channel, right? Or who you're going to hang out with. And if it's a public thing and it gets recorded, then you do have some sort of responsibility
to maintain one's good reputation.
Well, no, I don't really care about that. It's just you have a responsibility, an ethical responsibility to showcase certain people and certain with certain points of view. I don't know.
I wouldn't think that you were a moralist, but you do sound interested in virtue.
A moralist?
Yes, I wouldn't think that you're a moralist, but you do sound interested in virtue.
Why wouldn't you think I was a moralist? I'm a human
because
being.
You're not overtly condemning and legalistic and moralistic. I don't consider moralism to be virtuous.
Okay.
Personally.
Okay. Yeah, you mean judgmental moralist.
Yes, and it's a rational thing. It's having to do with the deployment of rationale. But anyway, blah 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 blah. But you were saying that you feel a compelling responsibility and ability to respond, to promote what is good and not promote what isn't good or timely or appropriate towards what you see, what you behold as good.
Yep.
Sounds good. Or as you say, ethical. It sounds interested in good ethics.
Yes.
So, cool.
As I am. But anyway, so why do you believe this stuff?
A compilation of thoughts, experiences, subjectively beheld experiences, memories, and rational contemplation. And of course, let's not leave God out. Assuming God exists, his influence, his revelation.
Tell me about the subjective experience of it. What is
Well,
it?
I submit that my experiences are subjectively recalled, and that truth, unless the Lord Jesus Christ is in your face in the flesh, that truth is subjectively beheld. That, rationally speaking, that truths are subjectively understood and subjectively beheld. Now, scientific factoids are less subjectively beheld, although some would say that all thought is presuppositional. That's the nature of language. But anyway, yeah, I consider my experiences, compilation of my experiences, subjectively recalled to I find myself in a state of believing during waking moments.
So what? I'm confused by what that is. Subjectively beheld and subjectively recalled. I don't know what that means.
Well, it's just I'm qualifying my recollections as not as objective factoids or facts. My faith and my believing, my rational, reasonable, and logical surmisings are subjective. I'm not a pope. I'm not the pope. I'm not God.
That kind of subjective. You mean not objective, subjective. Your own opinion is what you're talking
Well,
about.
yes, by default. And, I assume that yours are subjectively surmised also, that your current beliefs and understandings of the nature of reality, whatever all that is subjectively surmised. Now, some would say, oh, no, I know that I know that I know in every fiber of my being. I know all orthodoxy. I know everything that is kosher. I understand perfectly, objectively, some kind of Van Tillian crap. But others would surmise that it's subjectively beheld. It's
By the way, I just want to say welcome, Will.
Am I though?
Yes.
yeah.
No, you're not.
Oh, okay.
No.
Shut the hell up, Speed Pudding.
Come on.
Yeah, come on. Let's
Yeah,
all be. Let's all try to be nice.
Pudding man.
Yeah, Will Kincaid, the fucking pariah.
Yeah, the
Fucking pariah.
Reaper of Channels.
Yeah, Reaper of Channels. That's good.
I didn't know what we call it was. Whether it was Will Freeman or Kid, but think.
What did I tell you about muting when you're making that sound, Wildheart?
Sorry. Welcome.
Was that English?
Thank you very much. Cheers.
So Midnight,
Yes.
I gotta go.
Yeah, you
Okay.
do. Get him out of here. Get him out.
Gotta
Get
go.
him.
Well, be nice.
Yeah.
Wait, are you going because you have stuff to do, or are you going because you don't like the company, or both?
It's because of what I talked about earlier, and it happened, So anyway, I gotta go. So I'll discuss it with you later privately. Okay.
Fine.
Yeah.
Bye.
I'll say a prayer for your hemorrhoid, Speed. God bless.
God bless. Will.
Cheers.
Oh.
A backflip.
Sometimes I wonder. Sometimes I wonder if I'm better off just removing myself from the community, whole cloth, and just talking to a few selected people.
That's a tough one, but I hope you don't, Sparkle.
Why? Who's giving you agitation? Let's lay it out right now. Come on, fight night. Let's go. Gloves off.
Let the healing begin.
I have exorcised the demon.
You first, Will.
Hello, smoking.
No, you.
Cigarette break. And isn't it ironic? Midnight can do it karaoke, please.
No.
Okay.
Why would you ask when you know? I would say no. Like, what do you? I don't even know. I don't even know about you, Wellhart. Like I did this stream because I knew, I knew that you were gonna come on.
I know smoking time on your cigarette break, and then it
Uh,
what do you think? It's like great.
what did I tell you?
Anyway,
So anyway,
you both it's good advice. I just didn't take. Thank you, Peter. Midnight. At Central and looking here for talking to me. You fucking mug.
Oh, Will, are you there, sir?
Kind of. Can you give me 1 sec? I'm cleaning shit out of my kid's balls. Can I just have like a minute?
what
Take,
the fuck?
take your good time. Take your good
Damn.
time. Cleaning shitty balls. That's a job, you know, noble, honorable.
Erica Huebner in the side chat as well. She's from Wisconsin and she's helped me out a lot. Thank you. So, I'll shut up.
Okay, the shitty balls have been cleansed of the ass.
Good
That's-
report, Will. Good report.
That's good to know, Will.
Look, Will. I feel like I may have offended our good neighbor, Smokey. Would you put in a good word for me?
No one done.
Yes, I'll say a prayer to Saint Carl.
No one done if you offended him. He's a sexist, racist motherfucker.
Well, I know, I understand that he has gracious vision of you, and he values your discernments, and you know, not just experiences affection for you, but
No,
values your discernments. And
Well,
so,
if there's a power greater than God, it certainly is Carl. So
no,
Right.
he is our
called
Lord and
Pixie.
Master of the universe.
He called Pixie a slut. That is unacceptable behavior.
His PP is massive and expansive.
Self. No, he called Pixie a motherfucker, a slut. Therefore, he is a motherfucker.
I mean, Wildheart, Pixie told you that she could handle it herself.
No, but
Like-
I'm pissed off.
you just like expressing pseudo contempt, contempt.
No, he called Pixie a slut. No, he can go for himself. I don't give a shit. No.
So
Well,
that's a-
aren't you just a knight in shining armor?
I know it's a good cause. Pixie
That's what I
is a good
said.
cause.
That's what I called him a white knight before. White knight.
Oh.
Wildheart, stop being a white knight.
I'm not going to say
It should
that's
be a black
simping. but
knight. Come on, let's get progressive in here.
I don't know what simping is, but I'm not going to call it that.
You people are fucking hilarious. You know that? You just tickle my asshole pig.
No, he called Pixie a slut.
Wild heart. It doesn't matter. Let him be angry. Let him cry about it. I said he wasn't my cup of tea. He got his feelings hurt, made up a whole history for me, started throwing names. It's okay. Just let him do him. It's no big deal.
Yeah,
It's all right.
Carl is a misunderstood animal.
He's a motherfucker.
I mean,
I don't think he's that. If anybody should have an unfavorable opinion of the interaction, it would be me. But I don't think he's that. We can tone it down.
I think he might kind of like you.
Smokey can be a miserable motherfucker, though, let's be honest. I mean, he's not generally walking around talking about how much he wants to ruin people's lives or anything. So
it's coming. This coming from his best friend.
okay, so maybe I'm not the best character witness on a stand. Fine.
Well,
Maybe-
part of it is just a role, a shtick that he feels honorable about. You know, busting other people, condemning them for minutia theological things, and
Only
Yeah.
sometimes. I mean, it
It's
is
just a
funny
role.
to go in on like SFT for being an actual used car salesman.
he does like to be funny. He likes to be clever, and he is often. You know, he likes it. So he tries to subjugate others. It's a shtick. It's a habit, you know.
Can I say hello to Patholo Blue in the chat? I'm not. I'll shut up. Patholo Blue, hello. She's from Birmingham. She can't help it. And hello, Ops.
Now, Pixie's shtick, I think she likes to be kind. She likes to be kind and you know, emote with others kindly. Would you say that's fair, Pixie? A reasonable characterization. Do you have the hobby of being kind?
I'm sorry, do what? I've been running around with Super Munchkin. We're about
That's
to get
okay.
our haircut.
I was just saying, do you have the hobby of being kind?
I
You like
try to be,
being
but
kind.
sometimes I fail.
Right. But your estimation of what constitutes kindness is probably high, refined, more than just, you know, superficial affirming, perhaps. Yes. Cool. Thanks, Pixie.
I don't listen. I just had a weird thought, and I'm just going to share it. Wouldn't it be great to hear Trump or
Wouldn't it be-
Hitler's speeches delivered with St. Tommy's sullen, sort of even-handed tone? Wouldn't that be the funniest goddamn thing you've ever heard?
Not really.
And we need to kill the Jews. They're all a bunch of rats. And
Okay, well, no, stop.
I mean, just think about it. Just think about it, and then report back to me with your findings.
I'm not.
No.
I'll find that hill.
Midnight, I thought we were friends.
I mean, I thought friends didn't exist online.
Well, you know, I've dragged most of them into my real life. Like,
You find my tone and cadence superficial or insincere, Will?
no, I don't find it. Neither, actually. I just happen to like your. I happen to think that it would be really hilarious if you were just like, and we need a genocide, that we should round them up all into camps and
And their miserable lives.
there you go. Oh, wish granted, wish fulfilled.
Well, you crack me up sometimes.
I know. Listen, it can't all be serious all the time. You know, you gotta have some fun. It's the apocalypse, my dudes. Come on.
Night, musical interlude.
Demo side.
Musical interlude midnight, please.
Did you
No.
just ask Midnight if you could use the bathroom?
No, musical interlude.
I need to go to the toilet, Midnight. Is that all right? Fuck.
Why do you a Canadian accent, man? I'm English. A black dam in North Ireland. It's well it will get
He's
you.
gone full Ozzy, ladies and gentlemen. There's no turning back now.
Wildheart, I said no.
Uh,
Why are you screen sharing?
Sorry, I'll stop sharing. Sorry. My mom gave me this duvet. Yeah, I'll shut the fuck up. I'm like, down, you know, started my head. I was like, that's all para un tormento, right? And then I run.
I like it. I like it that Smokey has trusted you, Will, to reveal who he really is and what his true personal struggles are. I think it's good for him and good for you. And I like that.
He's gone.
You said that?
Oh. Well, I don't know who Dragnot the bully is. I don't know whether it's Dragnot on an alt account or just someone else. I don't care. but that's funny as fuck.
I saw him before. I don't know the dragon arms or not. But, yeah, I saw him before on another channel.
I've just realized this is Midnight's hangout, not Wild Hearts.
No,
Wild Heart.
I'll shut up. I'll shut up. I need to find the meat.
This behavior is starting to worry me. If this persists for 18 plus hours, I would think that Wild Heart may be significantly damaged. I mean, there's the. Let me try again. Fucking stuttering. There's been evidence that that Wild Heart is significantly damaged, but whatever. He is who he is. Like people have tried to help him. Nothing I can do, or we can do, I should say.
Hello, Jiman's a piece of respect. No. I'll set up. I can stop being. Yeah, I can be serious when I want to be.
I mean,
Okay.
But you refuse to go get the help you know you need.
yep.
I know. But midnight, your show, pick topic. Hello, Richard Manson and Sajak. Oh, peace and respect. Midnight, your show.
I mean, I picked the topic. Okay, I picked the topic that you should get help. Is that a good topic?
But
Are we not helping?
you are helping.
I mean,
just by holding this.
Additional help. Yeah.
yeah.
Do we all need additional help?
Well, yeah, but Wild Heart seems to need a lot more.
Just by holding the stream, midnight, you are helping a lot. Thank you.
No, I seem to be doing more damage than
No.
more damage to you.
No,
But hey, whatever.
No, you're not.
Sparkle, a while back, I decided that if I had to be perfect in my efforts to help somebody, that I'd never get anything done, never get anything done if I had to be perfect. So I said, well, I just,
Where did I
hope-
say I needed to be perfect? What are you talking about?
I'm just babbling. Sorry. Just babbling.
Don't have a lot. Sent Tommy rocks. Sent Tommy a rock.
Okay, get Wild Heart to America for a month. I'll take him to the reservation, clean up his spirit, and get him off the stupid. I mean, Ox, if you're offering, if you're offering to pay for his plane ticket, I doubt he'll show up.
No, I get paid tomorrow. I can afford. Carry on. I'm gonna make a cigarette. I'll be right back.
Quality content. Thanks, Mattfig. If you want to join, obviously the link is I really don't have these streams often. It's just once in a blue moon.
An intervention is a brave thing. It is.
Can I apologize once again to Mathbig? I don't know what I did to offend him. I don't think he's speaking to me. But
I told you what you did to offend him.
What did I do? What did I do? I don't remember. Sorry, I genuinely don't.
Can't help you folks who don't want help. Isn't that right, Midnight? I mean, nice, nice. That's right. That's right. Dragnut the bully, who has layers upon layers in the comments.
Sorry, Mathbig.
But don't worry.
Sorry, I genuinely don't know what I did, Mathbig. The last I know, you invited me to your house, and I want to go to your house, but I genuinely don't know what I did to offend you. I don't know. So if you could let me know, that'd be great. Thank you. I'll shut up.
Hey, Sparkle, I don't want to be bad for business, man. I might duck out for a while and let some other more interesting rascals come in. So
I mean, honestly, I may just end this and go do something else. Wild Heart can find something else to someone else's stream.
Yeah. No, thank you, Midnight. Thank you very much. You fucking rock.
well, give people, or give it a chance. Give it a couple more minutes. See what happens.
Cheers. Thank you. It's a no smoking sign on no cigarette break. Thank you, Midnight. Thank you very much. You'll be doing it. It doesn't matter. Thank you. Thank you.
Finally, someone someone came in that's actually worth talking to.
Hey,
Finally, someone came in that's actually worth talking to. Mute the stream,
Hey.
please. Finally,
Oh,
someone
shit.
someone came in that's actually worth talking to.
hold
Mute
on.
the stream,
Hey.
please. Finally,
Oh,
someone
shit.
someone.
There's a weird echo. It might be on my end. I'll shut up. So
What the hell?
oh no, cigarette. LSP's friend, thank you, and thank you for offering me help to get with my alcoholism. I don't know what help to get. When I stop drinking, I start thinking, and I don't like to start thinking. But thank you for your office help. I'll shut up and let you get out and the competition.
So Midnight, are you there?
Yeah, I'm here.
Oh, okay. I'm not sure. God, I was
Debating
hearing
whether I should just still keep this live.
Yeah, I know. Anyway, I'm back. God, yeah, we're gonna have to talk privately. Anyway, I found a book.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's called. Okay, you ever heard of Joseph Ledoux?
I guess.
Ledous. He is one of the consciousness researchers. You know that were pretty big in the first decade of this century, and he's written a bunch of books. But he's got one called Anxious. Using the brain to understand and treat fear and anxiety. And I didn't realize that I had this book on my shelf, and it just popped out at me because my son is having a lot of problems with anxiety, and I occasionally do. So, but it looks pretty interesting. But it's
yeah, it's shit. I have general anxiety disorder and social anxiety disorder. It's very shit. I sympathize with this one. I'll shut the fuck up. Sorry.
okay. Wildheart, are you really drunk right now?
Yes, he's always drunk. It's the only way he can be mute. It's the only way he can be on stream.
Yeah.
Really?
Yeah.
Okay.
Being drunk gives him confidence, but of course that confidence leaves him once once he's sober. But whatever.
Well, that looks like water, or it could be vodka. But if it's water, that's a good thing to drink.
No, it's water. No one give it me.
Okay.
I don't want to take all the conversation. It's Midnight stream, so I'll just mute. Sorry, Midnight. Oh, put it on blue. I fucking love you. Thank you.
Okay.
Am I here? Can you hear me?
No, you're not here.
Oh, I'm somewhere else.
Not really. Like when you think about it.
I could be. How are you? Wildheart, how are you? What's going on?
No, I'm good. I'm good now that you're here.
I mean, he's not not good, but whatever.
No, this is I mean, I'm like a genie. I only pop up when people are needing me.
Ooh.
I'm like Lisa out of Weird Science. Wildheart, what's the matter? Tell me what's going on.
I don't know. I can't tell you because I don't know myself.
Really? Is it one of those things?
Yeah, I don't know. When I stop drinking, I start thinking, it's bad. It goes, I want to kill myself within I can't set something within a short amount of time. Whenever I start drinking, I want to kill myself.
Right. Okay. So I tell you what. Just you've got me on Discord, haven't you?
Yeah.
We're so just if you pop me a message whenever you want to pop me a message.
Yeah.
I know we're friends, but you've never popped me a message. Just do
No,
that.
I don't know how to call it. I'll do that now. Thank you very much. I appreciate it.
You can say the wildest shit. You can say whatever you want to say.
Yeah,
dude.
Fucking excellent.
No, just I'm just gonna pop in. Just tell me. Just whatever's on your mind. Just whatever's on your mind. Just tell me. It doesn't matter. And even if I've got no response to it, I will still be there and I will still hear you.
Thank you.
Honestly, the world is fucked up.
Thank you.
I know.
Cheers.
I know some of the things. I can see some of the things that you're going through. Because anyway, but just if you want to just reach out, just send me the wildest shit. It's fine.
Yeah. But I can't take over the stream, so I'll message you on Discord.
Yeah, just do that.
Yeah.
You can't say certain things on a stream because the stream will then get taken down and this, that, and the other. But
thank you very much. I will do that now. I will message you on Discord. Thank you very much.
Yeah. Or anybody. I don't. It's the fucking world is a bastard place. It's hard. It's rough.
So are you two leaving to go talk on Discord, or what are you doing?
No. I'm still here. I'm still here.
Is Wild Heart still here? Are you still here, Wild Heart?
Yeah.
Okay.
I don't know how Discord works, so I'm gonna set up not a live stream, but whatever Discord does. I'm gonna go into one of the voice chats, but I'll still be here as well. Sorry, Midnight. I apologize for taking over.
Wait, are you going?
Well,
You're going.
Just do a message to me, Wild Heart. Just if you can do.
Yeah,
like a text.
Yeah, I've just done hello. I've just said hello.
Okay.
Hey.
Okay.
I mean, I've got a few bits going on at the minute with my devices, so I can't quite see it at the minute, but I will see it after this, definitely.
I'm fine at the minute. Thank you.
So Wild Heart.
Him up.
Wild Heart.
Wild Heart.
Wild
Go ahead,
Heart.
Speed.
Okay. There are times during the day when you're perfectly sober, right?
No.
Like when you first wake up?
No.
Not even then?
No. I'm not sure.
Okay.
No.
So I want to have a conversation with you when you haven't drank so much that I can barely understand you. Okay. Can we do that? Like privately, StreamYard or something? I can, like, if you reach out to me and we set it up.
Yeah, it might be better on Discord because YouTube has blocked me for 7 days for violating.
Discord. Yeah, Discord would be better for conversations of that nature, I thought.
Yeah.
No, I'm not talking about a live conversation. I'm talking about just talking to you, having like a 15-minute chat with you when you're relatively sober, so that we can communicate.
Yeah, no, the first time that I'll get up in the morning, I might not be perfectly sober because I never run, but yeah, I appreciate it. Thank you. Cheers.
Okay. Anyway, so I've been sober for 15 years now.
Oh, well
done. And you remind me of me a lot. And I would love to talk to you when you're relatively lucid so that we could figure out whether or not you really want to quit drinking. Because if you do, there are ways to do that. And I can help you with that. Okay?
Thank you. I appreciate it. But change topic. Midnight. Change topic.
Yeah, of course you want to change topic. Okay, question for the panel: if Christianity is stupid, what is it to believe in Native American spiritual mysticism?
Oh, that makes
You're the best and a breath of fresh air. I guess, yeah, you are.
Native American
Uh,
spiritualism makes a lot of sense to me, actually. So, as an atheist, doesn't it to you?
What was? Say the question again. Midnight. Sorry.
No, it's Smoky Saint. Question for. Let me go back up.
Oh fuck.
Question
that.
for. Okay, well, never mind. Then if you don't want to hear the question.
No, I can see it now. If I get it now. If Christianity is stupid.
I can't see it.
I've got no comment on that. I don't care. Abstain.
I like Native American spiritualism, actually. I like the feel of it. Always have. Of course, I grew up in a community with a lot of Native Americans.
I'm kind of Satanist leaning, and my eldest is kind of Satanist leaning as well. So there we go. And
Like-
Jewish as well, and atheist. So figure that one out.
Jewish, yeah. Well, I'm an atheist who prays, so.
Well, we're all fucking weird, aren't we? So.
Yep. I'm trying to find your stream again, Midnight. I lost it. Oh, there it is. So Smokey's in the panel? Oh my God, he is. Oh, shit.
Dude, he's literally not in the panel. He's in the side chat. What are you
Well,
talking about?
He's in the side chat. Yeah, that's what I mean.
Who is Smoky Saint? What's his deal?
He's I don't know. He seems like a really angry person. I'm not entirely sure, but he does a lot of really disruptive things in the Christian community.
He's a motherfucker. Pixie was in before, and he called Pixie a slut.
No, okay, nobody mute, please. It doesn't matter. Pixie can handle her own, like I said.
He says a lot of really nasty shit, and he's kind of a rabble rouser. He creates a whole lot of havoc in communities, and if you go anywhere near him, you'll end up in some sort of a shitstorm. He's just one of those people, and you just have to stay
he's an instigator.
Mother.
I think so, yeah. But he doesn't see himself that way. He probably sees himself more as a cool, rational, like a breath of fresh rationality.
Somebody says Smokey is someone who hates everyone who's not like him.
No, that could be accurate. I don't know. I don't know about hate.
I've heard the name. Wild Heart, have you eaten today?
Yes. I've had some. I'm just gonna. My mum creates my food.
She creates your food. She cooks your food.
Yeah. I'm
She
gonna
brings it
go.
round.
I'm gonna go. I can't find my phone. Why do I own these things? My food isn't. No.
You're right, Smokey. I would run. But actually, as a person, I must admit I kind of like Smokey.
I do as well. He's likable. He's likable. Just a fucking moron, cunt, motherfucker.
I can't think it. I can't actually.
Midnight. Sorry, I'll shut the phone. I'm gonna go over to my mum's. Sorry, Midnight. Thank you for letting me on and creating the stream. And but I'm gonna go over to my. So.
Okay.
He's in pain. He's in pain with that. He's in pain with that mouth, but he doesn't do anything to fix it. So he always goes ah. I'm like,
what?
Yeah.
Wild Heart's in pain with his mouth? Say that again.
yes. He's
He's got a bad
he has.
mouth.
What was that?
So what you're saying? He's got a bad mouth.
Sorry, he's had a bad, what I assume is a bad infection for the past few weeks. He has.
Is he?
Yeah,
I
he
don't
has.
know.
He has some medicine which he hardly ever takes,
No,
and it makes it a lot worse with smoking and drinking. But
Wild Heart. dude.
I have a fungal infection of the mouth, thrush. I have
Oh,
thrush
really?
on the mouth.
I thought that cleared up. No.
No, it didn't. It makes it worse by smoking and drinking.
Yeah, every time I smoke and every time I drink, it makes it worse, and it's not that better.
Right.
Yeah.
Drinking and smoking together can cause like mouth cancer.
Yeah.
Did you know that?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean,
It's not
High
good.
risk. High risk.
But I'm going over to Mum's. I'm sorry, midnight for taking.
okay. Well,
Yeah,
No,
that's-
you don't. Listen. Wait. Don't be sorry. You're not sorry for being in the hangout, Wildheart. You are participating in the hangout. Don't be sorry because we're enjoying you being here.
Thank you.
Sorry.
Probably, I've been talking to you for years, and decided that you are a brilliant person. Thank you very much.
Well, I'm not, but
Thank you,
I'm not.
Midnight, and thank you
But
for being a fan.
listen, don't keep apologising for being you. We're enjoying you being here, so it's fine. So don't apologise. Stay here.
You are brilliant. But I'll go to Mum's to get some food. You just remind me that
All right.
food is important. I'll be right back.
All right, darling. All right, you go and eat. Go and eat.
Thank you. Cheers.
Okay. Oh God, oy vey.
You have an interesting group of people in your side chat.
yeah, tell me about it.
Yeah. Interesting collection. How do you do
No,
that?
but do you know what it's like if this is a nice place for people to be when they've got no place to go, and that's not a bad thing. I'm saying to you, Midnight. It's like this is not the bottom of the barrel, but it's like some place for people to go when they need to speak. Oh fucking hell! Here we go. Here's
Kerberos.
I
Get
mean,
Care
I normally-
Bears.
Kerberos.
mean-
Yeah. Okay.
I mean, I normally don't have streams at all, so I figure, what the fuck?
no, but it's nice if somebody's looking for some place to go. Then this is it. And it's not their own hangout, so they don't feel that like they have to be the host and they have to like speak and entertain. It's nice that you do that, Midnight.
So what's up, Serb?
Oh.
Oh, I'm trying to hide.
So, sir, were
trying
you
to-
having
Go ahead.
Oh, were you having a conversation with Danny the other day on Gerstreams?
Yeah. The
Was
one I
it-
was throwing gasoline around on.
Yeah. What did you think of your conversation?
I thought it was funny.
Were you trolling him a little bit?
Oh, yeah. Yeah, I mean, I knew a room of atheists. I mean, Danny actual confident, but I knew as soon as I brought the conversation around to abstract object with no physical place exist, that would be the end of people being on his side of the room. And then I put him in a spot where apparently he's a transphobe.
Oh, I didn't hear that part.
Yeah, that was the last part.
Oh, really? I actually have a transcript of that whole thing back.
Now, he's really not. He likes to top women and likes to be topped by men. So I asked him, what would he do with a woman that has a penis?
What did he say?
He says it's strange. He doesn't know, and like he said a bunch of things in a not very sensitive way.
Okay.
But he's
Wow.
just being honest.
Well, I don't find him to be a sensitive person. In fact, when he talks about morality, I kind of have the strange notion that he's never actually experienced a feeling about morality, that he more just talks about it. I don't get
he
this.
has.
I don't get the sense that he has any empathy or understanding of other people at all.
Yeah, I think he actually felt bad for that part of the
Really?
conversation. Yeah,
Okay, well, that I would love to see that.
because Midnight. What's her name? You're friends with her.
Cat.
Kat was in the room and was getting pretty heated about it.
Yeah.
What if why don't I know where that part is? Let me see here. Oh, I call it Danny Gur Free Will. That's what I named the document.
Oh hell, that's like the free will stuff was like near the end of the conversation.
Oh, so okay. So you're talking about the beginning of the conversation?
No, the trans stuff is right after that, but most of the conversations before the free will stuff.
Okay. I can only find one reference to penises in the entire document. Must have missed something. I don't know.
Doesn't YouTube do transcripts anymore?
Only if you keep your stream below 2 hours.
Cool.
They're pretty lazy about. I don't know why they do that. Why would they do that? Well, I guess I know why they would. Their servers would die if they tried to do praise streams. Try to do a transcript of praise.
Yeah.
Yeah. It's like you would end up with 8 or 9 hours of dead air, like when he falls asleep and everybody leaves the room. Does that all the time. I don't know. So I'm not doing a stream today. I think Gurr is doing one later, but I don't know. Yeah. Another shit show from Gurr. More of the same.
Dumpster fires is how you keep warm.
Yep, it is. The whole free will conversation kind of depresses me. I get depressed for mankind when I hear people talking about free will.
Really? Why?
Yeah. Well, because it's really not that difficult to understand why an organism would will to do something and how an organism would will to do it. I mean, it just doesn't seem to be a huge philosophical problem as far as I can tell. On this forum that I used to belong to called Rational Skepticism, they had a special free will room that they kept running for years and years. And people, oh my God, it was just, it was considered the sort of the sewer of the forum. It was the shit show of the forum, the free will thread.
So, Speed, I have a quick question for you. What was that book called again? And do you have an extra copy? If not, I'll just buy it next year.
No, I don't. It's called Anxious by Joseph Ledoux. And it gets into neuroscience, like real neuroscience, real studies and lots of real anatomy and real workings of the brain. Pretty cool.
What was it? Anxious by, what's the name again?
Okay, Joseph Ledoux, Ledoux.
Found it.
Okay. And he's the author of The Synaptic Self, a book on consciousness.
See, the thing is, free will and determinism. I'm in a strange place. I don't believe either one is true. I don't know what is true though.
Okay.
I think quantum effects disprove both hypotheses.
I don't know about quantum effects and determinism. I've never been convinced that anything about quantum mechanics says that things are not determined.
Well, probabilistic.
Well,
it's all probabilistic.
Yeah, but
there is no clear A to B.
Yeah, but when things interact, they do interact in a specific way. And if you look at like block time, four-dimensional time, everything is going to unfold the way it unfolds. And but let's rocket ahead. Let's get out of quantum effects, because when you are deciding whether or not to do something, do you really want a non-deterministic free will? I mean, would you really rather things just happen randomly without you without anything having to do with your past?
Well, see, here's the thing: if the free will hypothesis isn't random.
Okay.
Right. So would I want free will as it's hypothesized? Sure, why not?
Okay. So if you're considering something that you want to do, you're going to go left or right, right? You're going to take a fork in the road.
Yeah.
Okay. What would it mean to have a non-deterministic decision happen? What would that mean?
Well, from what I can tell, it's basically describing our actual experience. So it's it's being able to make a choice based on preconditions, but without having any determinate value to those things, right? So none of those things will, by them on their own, make you do something.
Okay, but what's going to make you actually take the left or the right fork? And what-
Apparently, just you.
Okay, but what is just you? Are you talking about an
Yeah.
immaterial mind?
Maybe. I mean, I don't know if they actually flush that out. I think they'd leave that open, so you could be a physicalist or a dualist. Or
Okay, so if it wasn't deterministic, it would have to be a mind independent of anything physical, which wouldn't have anything to do with why you were making the decision in the first place. So why would you want that?
I wouldn't have any. I mean, it would be the reason why you're making the decision. It's like the only. You would be the start of a causal chain every time.
Just out of the blue, like something. Okay, your immaterial mind would interfere with physicality and start a new causal chain. Basically, it would have to be an immaterial mind. If it isn't immaterial, then it's just neurons firing here and there, and it's all based on some past physicality, right? I mean, your whole mind is based on physical. So you don't believe in a physical mind?
Me?
Yeah.
Oh no, I think there's a physical mind.
Okay.
I'm not convinced either hypothesis is true for the universe. I don't know what the third option would be. But
yeah, there isn't one, but
yeah, there's not one that I know of. I mean,
yeah.
people will say compatibilist, but compatibilism, as far as I can tell, is just determinism with the rephrasing of free will. What
Yeah.
free will is. So
Just looking at yourself as an organism that, does things. I mean, like if the pH gradient is a certain way, then you're going to move upstream or downstream of the pH gradient, right? That's what's happening to you. That's what you are. You're an organism in the universe. And the universe is, of course, unfolding in such a complex way that you don't have to worry too much about it ever getting boring. I mean, you don't need this.
Well, let's finish.
Well, it seems like either hypothesis to me, neither of them are based on being probabilistic. If someone came up with a theory of how the universe worked that was probabilistic and not hard determined or just being the start of causal chains forever, then I would believe it.
Yeah, but probabilistic's only going to get you so far, especially with quantum mechanics. I mean, if there's some situation where you're on, like a coin landing on its edge, if it's a very fine line of probability that it depends on some atom or some particle, on some particle's probabilistic choice. You understand how fine that would be. The probabilities in quantum mechanics add up to macro certainties, macro determinism.
But
basically.
I have a quick.
Oh, go ahead.
No, I just had a quick question. Why can determinism? Sorry, why can determinism give rise to free will? Like, you know what I mean? Like, the physical processes, eventually give rise to something that's more than the sum of their parts. You know what I mean?
It's essentially logically impossible. That's the only. Now, maybe the universe doesn't have to be logical, but they're like diametrically opposed positions.
I mean, we're here. We have free will. Well, I mean, I should clarify. There are some people who seem to display free will and are able to make good decisions in their lives. Through trial and error. And then there are the people who just don't. They seem to be these quote unquote mindless machines going on from day to day, like not being able to do anything.
Yeah, the NPC thing.
I wasn't going for the NPC thing. I was saying, you know what I mean? I was saying that it seems like a lot of people don't have free will and are mindless. It seems. I'm not saying they are. Like you hang around people more than I do. So I would think I would think you would notice more about people than me.
Why? I mean, I don't want to get in that because I don't want to derail the conversation. But
What's the opposite of mindless?
Me? I don't know.
Okay, mindful. What do you mean by that?
full
Like
of mind.
Full of mind. Yeah.
Like mindless in the sense that they seem to be. You know what? Never mind. Go back to your conversation.
Okay. So what I was going to respond with was, it doesn't actually lead to macro determinism. The idea that leads to macro determinism is just our inability to measure things, or our unwillingness to sometimes, because the edges of all objects will be fuzzy. Right. So where they land, like if you flip a coin, where it lands specifically will be probabilistic. If you're not taking a super powerful microscope to figure out exactly where it landed, then it looks deterministic.
Okay. So, but what affects you in your life or your mind or anything that is not decided upon so many instances or so many probabilistic events that it is not if you flip a coin 100 million times, you're going to end up with about 50-50. Okay. What is it that you're trying to measure in your life, your mind, or whatever, that is not going to work that way? That's not going to be deterministic by some coarse measurement, right? The coarse measurement that applies to our lives, right? Like everything that I decide to do is determined or could be traced out or could be predicted by a sufficiently powerful computer. There's nothing there. There's no way that a quantum particle, a quantum effect in a particle, is going to affect overall what I do.
I mean, a singular one. Well, no, I mean a singular one might, but I mean the processes of your brain are on the atomic scale.
Yep.
Right. This is sort of where quantum effects are, where we usually see them actually make a big difference.
Yeah, but they don't. They're not even going to make a difference at the level of one neuron because they're so tiny. They're so tiny that they're almost certainly not going to have an effect on one neuron firing or not. Okay, because
I'm not sure how we make that determination.
Well, just by looking at neurons and figuring out how they work and how many events add up to the firing of a neuron. A neuron doesn't, and that's the problem I have with all of these quantum ideas about consciousness and stuff like that, or quantum ideas about cognition, is that the coarseness of neurons is way the hell above that particular field that you're not going to see. I mean, you may see like 1 in a trillion people may have a neuron that fires because of some quantum indeterminacy, but I don't think it's anything that affects cognition in general. I mean, if it did, my cognition wouldn't work properly. If my cognition was dependent on just random, flip here or flip there events, I wouldn't be able to function.
Well, I don't know. I think you might. So if you were, I might be using these words wrong, so you forgive me. So if you're nominally deterministic with just a splash of probabilism in your cognition, I think you could totally function. How? Like even if the probabilism was like an error, there's no reason why you couldn't have a biological error check.
Oh yeah, well, because the errors would add. I mean, as far as what I think, it doesn't matter what each particular neuron is doing, even, and definitely what each particle is doing.
Wait a minute. If you're a determinist, they have to.
Okay.
They all have to have some sort of branching, ever expanding importance.
But why would it matter? How could it matter that a particle basically interacting on some sort of fork would have any effect at all at the coarse level of my cognition. How could that affect me? And if it did, how could it work? How could I cogitate at all?
Well, the thing,
I mean-
first off, there is no coarseness in reality, right? If a neuron takes, 1,000 particles or 1,000 molecular compounds, right? I'm not a big biologist. I know they're chemical a process, but that last one, that puts it over the edge, is still probabilistic. While they were all probabilistic.
Okay, but that's only if it's on that fine line, and the probability of it being on that fine line is infinitely small. Almost all things are decided very significantly on one side or the other of that line. You know what I mean?
But what if it's probabilistic all the way down? What if the
What if it's-
reason why it's there is probabilistic? What if the reason why any of the compounds there is probabilistic? What if the reason why your brain grew the way it did was probabilistic?
Okay.
Wouldn't that over the course of time make none of it actually determined if it was just all probabilistic?
It's an interesting thing to think about, whether or not it has any overall effect. And I don't think at the level that we care about any of it, it is non-deterministic. I think for practical reasons. I
right,
don't see how all these, like, okay, what would it mean in my life if some indeterminate, I'm trying to think about how that would work. I mean, at the level that we cogitate or think or deal, or the level of our lives, I don't think that it can be. I think that considering it deterministic is fine. Is perfect. Is going to work perfectly. I think we could actually come up with a computer that traced every cell in my body from the moment of my birth to now, and that computer could have predicted where I'm going to be. It'd have to predict the environment too, of course, the entire environment around me. I don't see probability. I don't see quantum effects working that way.
No, I think it could predict where you are, but I think it would also predict a bunch of other things.
Okay, if it made a difference, then if I mix two chemical compounds together, then it would have to make a difference at that level. I would have to get one result or another. Okay. So, I mean, if you're predicting, let's see, if you're predicting over a certain period of time, God, are we even capable of thinking about this, about how this works?
Yeah, I don't know. And now this was just a random science news article on the internet, so it could be totally full of bullshit. But I read a few years ago that the largest object that we saw quantum effects on is a basketball.
Really?
Yeah. So, I mean, my brain's smaller than a basketball.
I mean, if we're talking about quantum consciousness,
No. We're really not. We're not even. We're on just the biological mechanics of how things work. I'm not even convinced consciousness is a thing. I think it's a boogeyman.
Yeah, I do too. I kind of agree with you.
I mean,
it's like a useful label that we've created to like segment things from other.
Yeah,
things.
when you try to nail down what it is, what you end up with. Go ahead.
Well then, what the fuck? Like, what the fuck is it that we have? Like, because this is something, that I think about a lot. What is consciousness? What is the mind? What is the experience that we are having now? You know what I mean? Yeah, we use these words: mind, consciousness, whatever the fuck. But what is it really? Like,
well, you have a brain.
Yeah, we have a brain.
Yeah. And if you have a brain, do you actually need to invoke any of those other things?
It helps. Invoking those other things helps. It helps. It doesn't really separate.
Trying to find your basketball.
Oh, while we're on there, did you guys see the? And this was more recent. Someone published a paper where they, I guess, quantumly entangled tardigrades.
Yeah,
Ooh.
I saw that.
Yeah, that's a clickbaity science paper if I've ever seen one.
Well, did you read it?
No, I watched a video on it. Me and the woman.
What does it say?
I mean that's literally what it said. They quantum entangled tardigrades, and they were going over the paper. And the presenters were a little doubtful about it because this seems strange.
Well, yeah, but just because.
But I don't have the expertise to read like a physics or a biology paper.
I mean, neither do I, but it doesn't stop me from trying.
There's dangers in it, but
I know,
Quantum-
but I like reading it.
Let me just. I'm looking for that one. Hang on a minute here. What is it called? It's called.
Man, the chat was definitely having fun. Smokey, Drag, and Sam were having fun.
What is a smoky? I don't understand what you mean by that.
Okay, fine. The guy you hate, is that better?
I didn't say I hated him. I said I liked him, in fact.
Yeah, sure.
yeah, I think Smokey's one of those people that does like the atheist jobs for them.
Well, that's fucked up. I found it. Scientists identify first quantum entangled animal in history. Is that the one? Or that's an
That
article?
must be it.
But
If
what
it's recent, yeah.
Well, what does quantum entanglement on a macro scale even mean? On a macro
Yeah.
scale, I get two particles on quantum entangled, and if you do something to one, the same thing happens to the other one, but reverse. Like if you spin a particle to the left, the other particle will spin to the right. It doesn't really matter. It doesn't really matter how far away they are.
This one? Let's see. Oh, I did the wrong thing. Hang on a second here.
Well, that has to be it because that's a tardigrade there.
Yeah. Yep. That is. Let's see. Here we go. Okay. Let me turn that one on. Yeah. Okay. There's a whole article. Scientists identify first quantum entangled animal in history. What in the hell are they talking about? And what are all these ads for? What is this shit? What is this stuff?
Yeah. You're on one of those websites that has the headline and the picture, but they
Yeah,
really
okay.
just need to see the.
Yeah, close it.
Shit. Okay. Anyway.
Let's see. I'm searching for largest objects we've seen quantum effects in. I got a couple of. I haven't found the basketball. I got a. Like a glass bead.
Yeah, but I'm trying to figure out how that would affect us at all.
Oh, duh. I was looking at the wrong side chat.
I mean, I can understand, okay, if you mix two chemicals together and you get a 45% yield, right, of some product, and there's a quantum effect, what is that going to do to your yield, right? Nothing. It's not going to do anything. The fact that you got 45% is due to the quantum effects. So the quantum effects add up to a macro effect that we can count on to some fine degree of measurement. How is that going to affect our lives? I don't see it.
Well, I think it could, but don't you also, after the chemical process happens, don't you have an electrical process going through the neuron?
Yeah, but I mean, a neuron is going to okay, for a neuron to fire, usually a whole bunch of other neurons have to fire also. and they end up, with a basically a 1 or
Why
a
is your
0
screen black?
contribution. What's that?
Your
Oh,
screen is
glad-
black.
Because I have all my things on OBS off. I wouldn't let it concern you, Midnight. It doesn't matter if I'm black.
Yeah, that's funny, but you're black. Like the
Okay.
screen was black.
Okay. Okay, the thing is that, for neurons to fire, a number of other neurons have to fire on the dendrites of that neuron, right? And they add up, and you end up with this sort of like analog effect. But it's it's usually summed or additive, and it's just too coarse a level to worry about any quantum effects at all. Like, for instance, when a neuron fires across a synapse, there is a calcium channel right on that synapse that lets in a certain amount of calcium. And they found quantum effects on that because it lets in like one atom at a time. And they found quantum effects on that channel. And they can add it up. But I mean, the quantum effects all add up to nothing turns on those quantum effects. Basically, the neuron fires or it doesn't. And there's hardly ever a time when the quantum effects on one calcium ion are going to actually determine whether or not that neuron fires. What determines whether that neuron fires is whether all the other neurons fired onto that neuron's dendrites, that sort of thing. So it just doesn't matter. We keep finding these little places where we can say, oh, there's quantum effects, and there's, it's based on probability, but the probability always adds up a certain way, as it should.
But the thing is, I'm not sure how they're ruling it out. I'm not sure how they could possibly rule it out. But the thing is, even if you're not looking for them or you can't see them, every single tiny thing that has to do with that process is probabilistic.
Yeah, well, okay, if there was a quantum, if there was some situation in somebody's brain where a particular particle, the fact that two particles interacted determined whether or not he was going to make a decision to pull a switch that armed the nuclear warheads that eliminated a continent. The butterfly effect, right?
Yeah.
Okay. So, yeah, that's a possibility, I think. I think that's a possibility. And if you look back, in the entire history of the universe, you can say that, well, some of those butterfly effects are definitely flopping our wings today, or controlling, where we are today. But how the fuck does that matter at the level of my life, my brain, my organism? How does any of that matter? I just don't see why it matters. Why anybody cares about this kind of free will?
Well, that's the thing. I don't think this is free will. What I'm describing with the probabilistic stuff, I don't think that describes what they say free will is. That's why I don't believe in free will.
Okay, good. We agree on that.
Yeah.
Because it's just kind of bullshit. It would have to be an immaterial mind that's sitting there making a decision irregardless of all of the physicality that's going on around you. And it's like, okay, that sounds like a god to me,
Oh yeah, I mean that's what all abstract objects are. They're basically they're some form of god. Yeah.
Some form of god.
Danny would hate that I just said that, but
yeah, I was listening to that part about abstract objects, and I thought Danny seemed confused. I don't know. Ain't that hard to figure out that abstract objects don't really exist in the way they want them to exist?
I really love the conversation.
But he was
Which one?
The one you're having now, and I'm just sitting here quiet.
I totally forgot what we were talking about.
Danny and now abstract objects.
Yeah.
See, I was confused about because usually people that believe in abstract objects that I run into don't say the things that he did. Right. So he says the abstract object isn't causally linked to physical space. But if that's the case, how can the abstract object make like your mind make a determination about space? They would need to be able to see it in some fashion, which would then cause effects, which would then make it causally linked.
Yeah, I'm still Jason Torn. Where I come from, irregardless is a word. Native northern Minnesotans, basically. And we also have a word called go show and shigger and serp. But anyway, I just wanted to point that out.
Yeah, where I'm from, we have there are two very distinct words that people think are the same word everywhere else: wash and wash.
Yeah.
Yeah, wash is what you do to your clothes. Wash is what's at the start of a city's name.
Ah, I understand. Yeah, and also in Kentucky, they have a word called "you ain't right." You ain't right.
Yeah, right. Yeah.
And every time I go to Kentucky, that's all I hear. They keep telling me that. You ain't right.
My favorite from that area is About a Few.
Yeah. Yep. Anyway. Oh, fuck it all.
So yeah. Now the conversation's over midnight. You killed it.
Yeah, he killed the conversation by making a meta comment on the conversation. He totally wiped it out. Isn't that amazing? That is amazing. Anyway, how that works.
So since the conversation is over, should we just kill it?
Yeah. Yeah, and I could talk to you a little bit backstream.
Yeah, I don't really want to talk backstream. I'm just gonna go after this.
Why?
Are you? You don't want to talk about my what I need to talk to you about? That's okay.
Anyways,
okay.
Thanks for showing up, everybody.
Oh, you know what's cool? Midnight. You know what's cool about you having a stream? You can't just fucking leave like you normally do. Like after 15 seconds, just randomly leave. I just noticed that. This is the longest. Yeah. This is the longest I've ever seen your icon on the screen and like continuously.
Oh, that reminds me. I have a conspiracy theory.
What's that?
Google secretly really likes Midnight because whenever he's in a room, he's always on the little like the preview clip, the chat, the image that they put on the video on YouTube.
I've noticed that too. Like,
but he's only ever in there for like a minute.
Yeah.
So why are they always picking him?
I don't know.
Like, you know what? I noticed that also. I was like, what? Wait, what?
I think they're just following you.
Okay. We'll let you end the stream, Midnight. Y'all go ahead.
Yeah, Pixie. So I figured, thanks for, showing up. Even, the chat, the side chat was definitely interesting. Spicy at times, but, whatever. Have a nice day. Bye.